Hey guys, it's Petunia Gal, and we are back over in House Flipper 2 with our forest cabin flip here. And we're going to do the bathroom this time. Wanted to just stick with one room. I know it's kind of a small room, but I'm going to do something a little bit different this time. At the beginning, I am going to cut out some of the decision making, but after that, we'll not cut it out. Let me know what you guys like to see, and let's get to it. So, right here, I thought I was making a decision for the floor tiles, but apparently I was not. I was making a decision for the walls. And I don't want wallpaper in the bathroom. That seems a bit weird. But I do look and see. I was kind of thinking of going for like a bright blue. And I don't know where this went away for looking for a bright color for the bathroom, because it definitely does not end up that way. I don't know if I like it or not. Let me know what you guys think. But I do want to keep the little tile in the middle, and that could have been a bad decision. We'll see. But let me know what you guys think. And I really like that color. I'm not sure why I didn't stick with it, but I didn't. So then we go and look for tiles. And again, I want to go with, well, I thought I wanted to go with a lighter color, but I end up going with pretty dark. So this bathroom would be a good bathroom to have to go to in the middle of the night when you don't want lights blinding you and all that. But other than that, I'm not sure. So I wanted to do this tile, but I don't know why all of these colors are so dark. I mean, even they look like they should be light, but they're super dark. So I think that's one of the reasons I just ended up going with dark tiles, because I wasn't quite sure what was going on here. But it's all right. We got it in the end, I think. And I thought I would go with a little bit of a green marble here, and I couldn't decide whether I wanted to do this on the floor or the wall. So I put a bit in there, and then I decided to go for the flooring. And this is where it went pretty, dark colors after this. I don't know why. I wanted to do kind of lighter on the walls maybe, and I didn't really do that either. So it'll be fine, right? I mean, we're not living here. But again, if you're going to the bathroom in the middle of the night, it's not going to blind you. So that's nice, I'm trying to keep your, eyes from getting too blinded in the middle of the night and you fall over and trip over something. It's just, I'm thinking of you guys. So I decided to put this on the bottom part of the wall and have it go up, not really halfway, but kind of like the chair rail kind of size. So I tried to figure out what to do for the top part. I thought I would just do a regular. Oh no, this is where I do the little piece in the middle. And I wanted to do something, I thought maybe rotated, but I decided not to rotate it for this because it's going to be such a small space. It's just one tile wide. So it's going to be, I was going for like a kind of a break between the greens and maybe a little bit brighter. And I really like green. You guys know that. And I decided maybe to go with a purple. I don't know if it matches. And I do decide to change it. So we'll see how that goes. But we have to switch it down to one tile and then just go all the way across the wall. And you can click individually, but I think I got the perk maybe last time where you can just draw like down the line with your mouse. It works pretty good. I don't know. I probably should have done one below because I don't know if I like these going into the windows like that. But that's what I ended up doing with that one. And then I thought about maybe trying to do a different material for the top of the wall. So I tried to do that. And, I try to pick different colors and stuff because I don't want to do white. That's a little too contrasty, I think. So I thought about going with purple, but then we go darker green, kind of trying to stick with the one on the bottom. And as you can see there, it does not match. So I don't use this one, but I did want to show you guys kind of, I do go through decisions of this. and usually just cut it out. Let me know what you guys like to see as far as that goes. But this was going to be kind of a short video, just one room, so I did want to show you guys the decision-making stuff. And so I look for maybe just changing the cut pattern, and I don't really find anything that's super crazy. I do just the tile, custom tile. And again, I was thinking of changing the rotation. So I do that, and I also change the size. I think I make it all the way down, or all the way up to the biggest size. And then I go with that. So it's the same color. It's just a different pattern on the top, which I feel like I should have done this at the bottom. But I put it all in here at the top, and that purple just, that does not look right. I don't know. Is it just me? I don't think it looks right. So I use the flipper tool to change the style and go with the more green. So I just do a different shade of green, and just like the yellow in the other room, which I did get a comment I really appreciated about why I did go with the yellow and why it works, just because of all the wood I was putting in the room. And I super appreciate that comment. And so we go ahead and just put that on instead of the purple. And I don't think I'm going to use the purple. But now that I look at it, I should have put the purple in the little square in the middle. Maybe that wouldn't have been so bad. But, oh well, it's okay. I just wanted something that was a little bit different of a color, but not so different like the purple. And I do add a bit of color here and there with the decorations later. So I also needed to do the inside of these windows. So I did go ahead and use the same stuff we used for the top of the chair rail, I'm going to call it. And I kind of wish I had just used the regular, because the lines don't really continue where they're supposed to, but you'll see that in a second. And I don't know, it probably doesn't really bother anybody else, but it kind of bothers me. So I don't know. We'll see. I'll come back to it like next week and be like, what was I thinking? But, you know, I think that one looks like it almost continues right, but not really. So we'll just go ahead and do that. I don't want to put any kind of paint color in there because I haven't used paint anywhere else. Those lines line up, I just noticed, but none of the others. And I don't touch the ceiling because, honestly, I don't know what it's attached to. I think it may be attached to the outside. We'll have to see next time, because we will do the front and back porches next time and get this done. And also the outside of the house, which is going to probably take me the longest just to get all that set up and ready to go. So I want to put in like the basics that you need in a bathroom. So we'll get the sink here. And like I said, I usually try to put stuff down and then go back and change the colors. So that's mainly what I'm going to do here. But I wanted to get everything. I probably should have put a standing shower here, but I really like the bath. I don't know why, but I just do. And I wanted to put it behind, beneath the windows here, but it wouldn't fit because of the faucet. So I just kind of angle it and put it in the corner. Thought that looked kind of cool, just to have something at an angle like that. Maybe not the best, since this bathroom is already so small, to have something take up that much room, but I think it'll be fine. I mean, you don't need a huge bathroom, right? So we go ahead and put a toilet here. I kind of like this. I don't know. The square shape is a little weird to me, but that's all right. And again, it's not going to stay white like this. But I do want to put some storage in. So I want to see if we can find some kind of shelf that we can use for that. And I was looking around to see what different storage options we've got. We'll just go with the medium storage, I think that is. So I've used this before, I'm pretty sure. It's a cute little shelf, and I again wanted to put it at an angle. I don't know why, but I just thought it would look better, and I decided, might not want to have something that close to the tub over there. So I put one here, and then I decided to go ahead and also put one on the other side because I think it would look cool to have, the mirror in the middle with the shelves on each side, but I don't know. We'll see. So I probably could have spaced them out a little bit, but this way it looks kind of like it was meant to be kind of a unit. So go ahead, and I want to look for a mirror. So we go over to the wall decorations. First I went to the picture frames. I'm like, oh, that's not going to work. So I didn't know if I wanted something with like a thick wood around it or something with a thinner wood, but I went with this. It's a nice size. Probably could have done taller, but I think it'll work for this one. And I guess it kind of depends on how tall you are, right? I'm short, so I can't tell how good things are from a height perspective, really. And plus, I'm usually in a power chair, so that doesn't help anything. I was going to use this light, but I always use this light, it seems like. And so I try to use something else. So we use this one. I don't know if I've used this before, but I just put this above the mirror so we have a light there. And it looks a little bit out of place, I think. But because of the slant on the ceiling, and you'll see that later when I'm putting in the light for over the tub, is the ceiling you can't put anything on because it's slanted. So that kind of messed up my plans. And here again, I could not figure out what to do with this because the wood material just looked a bit weird. And again, with the decision making, um, I usually do painted wood because it doesn't necessarily look like wood. But I couldn't figure out a color that would work. So I just went with black because again, but I didn't plan it to be, but this bathroom is pretty dark. So I was going for something, maybe I don't do black. Do I do olive? Yeah. Kind of matches the green a little bit anyways. So we go ahead. I think I copy this. Yeah. So I'm trying to do a voiceover. I was trying to make it not sound like a voiceover, but it seems like impossible to do. So hopefully you guys don't mind. I was hoping this would copy to the sink, but it does not. So I have to go and change the style by itself. I was trying to find a base to work from. And again, with not wanting a ton of wood colors or wood texture, I was trying to go with something more like this. So we'll just go through the base and the colors like that. And I go with ebony, I think, that's for the details. I changed that later. And I think we just go with painted wood or ebony. Ebony is just so dark. But since this is pretty dark, I decide to go with it. Might as well go with what you've got going unless you want to change everything, right? So I do make the details a bit more colorful because I just feel like it needs to be. So I think we do come and change that. As in the end, I think these are more green. Just like the shelves. I really like the shelf color. Well, not the top and bottom. I don't really like that. But I go with green on the sink because, I think, would it be green or would it be aqua? I don't know. And so as I'm dragging around here, I'm like, oh, this might be better for like a blue or a green option here. So that's what we do. And then I wanted to see if that would copy to the shelves. And it won't, because it won't copy from the shelf to the sink. So it does. Which is kind of weird. Why does it do it one way but not the other way? I don't know. But I don't really like the faucet. It's a little too, I don't know, dark and doesn't quite match, I feel like. So there is options here for the faucet, for the style. So I just went with the simpler style without the side handles. So I think that works a little bit better. And I was just looking around for what actually changes what on these, because sometimes I can't tell like which one changes which material, but I do change it quite a bit, because I go through and try to look for a style, and then I decide, nah, I don't like that. And I do a different style. So it's fine, right? And I want to go again. I feel like I get stuck with the same color. So I tried to go with more of a purple. Because again, we tried to do that with the tiles and the chair rail, but that didn't quite work out. And I think it was still in my head that I did purple. So I did try to put some purple in. And I think it works. I mean, green and purple, that's cool, right? So I think with the light mode, I do want to do a little bit warmer of a color and not as bright. So I did do kind of an orangey yellow, and I think it works out pretty good. We'll see that when I put the light switch in later. But you can't just hit E on the light and it'll come on, but I don't think I did that. And of course, I always have to put a plant in the houses and rooms that I'm working on. I just feel like everybody needs a plant, right? Even if it's fake, everybody needs a plant. Real plants are better, but real plants you have to keep alive, right? So, I don't know. I put this one in, and initially I go with this bright blue, why do I keep saying blue? Bright green. And I don't like it. It clashes too much. But I do continue with putting a plant in just to see if it's going to work. And I went with the medium since it's a mid-size, since it's a medium pot. And I decided to go with something that was a little bit taller, a little less on the, I guess, bushy side. And it ends up, I don't change any color. I don't know if you can change the color on this, but it kind of is right there where the chair rail is. It kind of blends in. So I do decide to go back and add or put a tall plant in there instead of the short one or mid-size one, because I don't think that works right there. And at first I decided to try to go with that, but the only option is soil or no soil. It's kind of weird. I guess if you are planting it outside, you can put soil, but putting soil in the plant, in the pot, looks a little weird. So I went back and tried for a tall plant, and I think I like it. I went with something that looks a little bit, it has a little yellow in it, a little red in it. It's got a little bit of everything pretty much. So put that in, and it's pretty nice. I mean, again, it's against the green wall, so I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Does it fit in, or does it just camouflage into the wall? And the colors, trying to decide on the colors is probably my not least favorite, but least I don't know. I can't think of the word, but I think I did a pretty good job here. And I looked for faucets on here because, again, you can change the faucet style. But I went ahead and just copied the planter because we had that blue color on the planter. I thought I would bring it over to the bathtub, which worked out pretty good, I think. So I wanted to do some, obviously we're going to get some pictures and some rugs and everything in here. And I'm looking for the rugs for by the toilet and then also by the sink. So I put this down for now, but I do go ahead and change the color because you know me, I can never make up my mind. And this is pretty square. I guess it works for the square toilet that it's pretty square, but we put that down. And also the rug for the sink, like I said, because you don't want to be standing at the sink and have to stand on tile floor, right? Your feet would be freezing. But I wear shoes all the time, so I don't have to worry about that. And so I come over here and definitely don't like this color. So change this color to something. I think I do like a light green, and I think it works out. I think it's not bad. So I thought about doing like a purple or a blue, but I just went with a darker green. Well, actually lighter green. So I wanted to do the lighter color. Again, I was planning when I started this to do light colors because it is a small room. And although there is 2 windows, I mean, it doesn't let a lot of light in. So I did a darker green toilet seat, toilet lid, right? Yeah. And I think it works out. Of course, then obviously the rug does not look good. And I was looking at the detail for like the button for the flusher, and I was gonna go with ebony, or was it black? Because that's pretty much what we went with for the cabinet. So went with that. And I have to kind of fight the urge to just do copy and paste with everything, but then you literally get the same thing, the same colors all over the place. So I tried not to do that with everything. But as you can see, when I'm trying to pick a color, I'm just like rolling over things, trying to feel like, is that right? Is that right? I don't know. Wish I could see more of the room while I'm doing that. I need to I don't know. I need to face a different way when I do that so I can see everything. And I do copy this rug to the other rug because, why not? And I think that's a cool blue color. I don't know if it necessarily goes with the bathroom, but I don't know if that changed the outside color of the rug. We'll see. So we have a bluish tub and I guess a toilet and a flower pot. And then we have the greenish color on top of the shelves and the sink. So I'm not sure if that necessarily goes together, but there we go. So here I'm looking for just stuff to put in the shelves to make it look kind of lived in. I didn't even change the color of these. Probably should have, but I just wanted the shelves to look like they had something on them. And there's a lot of little things here. There's little statues, there's boxes, and so I just went and tried to find the bathroom accessories, which is the first one that I don't even look at that first. So that's the thing. But I get these little towel rolls and put them in the cabinet here. I think that's a good thing to have, just so you can have towels for the bathtub, right? Or your hand towels, whatever. And again, I just put them in and then we'll change the colors later. And there's so many things here that you can put in. And you could just put them in the drawers if you want to. It would work too. But I wanted to have a soap dispenser. And I feel like I should have gone with the other style of soap dispenser. And I never did change the color on this. It's just a very bright green out of nowhere. But I think it works, You need to pop a color here and there, right? I do not leave those towels blue, though, like that. So I'm just looking around for more accessories we could put in. And definitely want to put a toilet brush because you always need a toilet brush, right? I mean, not always, but when you do, you need it, right? It's a necessity. So I found a towel rack here. I definitely want to put this in. Oh, I just remembered. I forgot to put a radiator in here. Okay, we may need to do that. It's going to look very crowded, though. I don't know if we want to do that. So I decided to put some Kleenex here, and it's purple. We had some purple earlier. Like I said, I think it totally flew out of my head that we even took away the purple, but I think it's fine. It's fine, right? You see later on we have a lot of color in here. It probably doesn't match, but that's all right. So I wanted the toilet paper, but I need to get the roll. There we go. The toilet paper holder for it. So we use this. I never know where to put this thing because I like it pretty close to the toilet and where I'm going to be sitting when I need it. But some people put it like way far away from the toilet. I'm like, what is the point? So I don't know. I don't know if you guys have that problem, but I do. And I should have moved the window a little bit because I can't put anything that's going to be centered over the toilet because of the placement, unless I just need to move the toilet over a little bit. I don't know. So again, I'm just looking around for different things, and you have like perfume and lotion and little compacts for makeup and stuff, but I didn't really want it to make it cluttered. I just wanted to make it look a little bit, like people were actually living in it. So I put a little hamper because, you get out of the bathtub, you want to put your clothes somewhere, and I thought this would be the best place to do that. So obviously it's not going to stay this yellow because that is very bright. So we'll go back here and go back to the change style. And again, I'd start with the default because that seems like the easiest thing to do. And then from there, we'll go ahead and change whatever colors that we need to change. And I definitely don't want to keep with that really bright color. So we go back to the drab color palette. And when I say drab color palette, it sounds really bad, but it's not that bad. So we'll go ahead and copy that. Again, with the purple, decide to go with that. And these won't change. I was hoping we could copy that, but oh well. This, I literally just go for the presets, and I think I only use 2 presets. So you just have to right click to get out of it, and I go for a different color this time, and 2 of them have one color pattern and 2 of them have another. So I thought that was a good idea. I didn't like the blue and yellow palette, and some of these just kind of disappeared into the cabinet. So I went with the 2 that I liked best, and there we go. And they ended up where they were stacked on top of each other, but I didn't mean for that to happen. Oh, I do the pink. I remember I wanted to put a little bit of pink in there. So, everybody needs a pop of pink there. So I definitely, you guys know me, I need a picture on the wall because it's just not complete without a picture on the wall, right? And I'm also still looking for the decorations to put in the shelves because I don't have many. I think I just have that one box that we put in there. And obviously I don't want to put jack-o'-lanterns because, it's not Halloween. I did see these and I just couldn't resist. I know they don't go with the room at all, but I thought they were too cute. So I put a couple of them up here, and I realized I didn't put anything on the one on the right, but that's all right. So, because we had more of these little things, I could have put 2 on the other side, but I didn't. So we have those, and again, this is so dark. After I got done with it, I was like, how did I end up with this? But you just kind of got to go with what you are thinking, and then in the end, sometimes you redo it all together, and sometimes you just learn to live with it, right? And we only have to live with it until we sell the house, so it'll work. See, this is where I was trying to put a light above the tub to make it a little bit lighter over here, and I thought maybe it needed to be one that hung down from the ceiling, but that won't work either because it still needs to be mounted on the wall, on the ceiling. So I thought about putting this over the bath and the toilet, but I think that's a little fancy for a toilet light. So I just put this little round one here, and I wish I could remember what wood I used. I do make it kind of blends in, but not really. But I was just looking to see if there was light switches on here. It seems like it should be with the lights, right? But I didn't remember where it would be. I think it's in the outside section, that first tab. But you can also click on the search box. So I just started typing switch and selecting that. And I really thought there was more than one light switch. And there probably is. I'm just not seeing it. But I go with this. I mean, we just need a switch to turn on the lights that we need to turn on, right? And I don't know, dark gray, maybe not the best to go with. But I wanted one to turn on the light over the sink, but also I wanted one to turn the light on over the toilet. So we put 2 light switches in here and go ahead and use the wiring tool to connect this one with this. And I was trying to turn it on, but it won't let me. I have to get out of the thing. So it's fine. And then I put this one over to this one. And then we right click and get out of that and we can turn it on. So again, I wanted to go with more of a like yellow, warm color and less bright. This may be too yellow, but I don't know. I think it looks okay. And then this one, I get out the flipper tool and try to change the style on this one as well. And I think I just use one of the presets. I don't actually think it looks that different than what we've got, though, now that I'm looking at it. So I think I use this one right here. Yeah, it probably doesn't look the same. But, oh well. I use this one, and I think it looks okay. And with the, like I said, with the wiring tool, it could be super complicated if you wanted it to be. And I wanted to find some towels to hang on the towel rack. And also I wanted to get a little towel, towel hook to put over by the sink. Because you don't have to walk all the way over here to dry your hands off after you wash them, right? And I totally forgot to change the color of this towel. I don't like it this way, but this is the color it is. So we'll go with it. And I also, like I said, got this little wall hook here and just went with a black in the end. I don't know what the difference is between the blacks here. They look, I think one's more green maybe. I don't know. But there's not much room here. And I thought about putting it over on the other side of the door frame, but that doesn't make sense either. So I just kind of crammed it in here. And I know it wouldn't really work because the towel would keep falling off, but it's all right. And again, I just go with green. So you can change all of this if you want to. You can change all the settings after the fact, which is nice. So like I said, look at the towel. It's like right on the sink, but that's all right. So we got a little bit of stuff. Again, I didn't want to put too many things on the shelves and the sink because it would just look too crowded. But I did definitely want to get a picture. So I never can tell which frame to go with because you can do custom picture after you put the frame in, after you put the frame on the wall. So I don't know if there's a better, if you do a poster, I guess maybe it's the same, like it's the same size all the time, but I haven't really tried it. So I go with one that's got a little bit less of a frame on it. And then I realized, wow, this is not going to fit anything here. But you can resize it, so I did that. But I think what you should probably do is go ahead and buy the frame and then use the change style to change it to a different style that's not going to be as big of a picture. And I did find some settings. You can change the height and stuff so it would fit what you're looking for. But I don't think you change the width, which is weird. So, well, I guess it's just proportional to what the picture is. But I usually go for more of the plain flower type pictures. I don't know why, but I do. And so I went with this one. And I think it looks pretty good in here. I don't know if you can change the color on the inside. You can change the matting color, but you can't really even see the matting color once we're done. You can see it down at the bottom of the picture, but I realized it was still too big. So you can change style and do the height, and I did try to change the mat size. Oh, you can do change size again. I just noticed that. Okay, I'll have to try that next time. But this looks pretty good. And I didn't really want the white on it, but I guess you can't change that. Unless, again, it could be something that I'm just not seeing. But there we go. So that's our bathroom, and we're done with that. So I do hope you enjoyed. And if you did, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. Also, hit that subscribe button and the bell to get notified of videos as they come out. If you have any questions, comments, tips, anything like that, leave those down below in the comment section. Love seeing those, and I'll get back with you as soon as I can. Until next time, I hope you have a super blessed night or day wherever you are. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you then. Bye, guys.